This is Big Bad Wolf. Real quick, I'm just filming on Discord, and oh my god, I have like bloodshot eyes right now. I don't know fucking why, but I just wanted to say, guys, I found this footage in my room. I've been cleaning up my room, as you can see back there. There's boxes missing, so been cleaning up my room. I'm going to be redecorating all this stuff eventually. Going to be cleaning all that shit up. Can't wait for that. But in the meantime, while I've been doing that shit, I also found a old Civil War disc of footage that I recorded. So this is, I believe, 2009 footage of Civil War. Now note, I was a kid then. I said stupid shit. I did stupid shit. In the video, there's a guy who asks me questions, and you'll see. And I don't. Apparently, I didn't have any questions to the guy, which nowadays I would. I think I was shy or some shit back then. Who fucking knows? But basically, also the film quality is not going to be as good. It's going to be way worse than even the other film quality because it's my very first camera I've ever had. And since it's my very first camera I've ever had, the footage ain't going to be so great. I just want you guys to know that. But it's still there because I want you guys to see footage that I did. Also, there's some weird scenes in there, like I'm eating pizza in front of the video camera and shit, which is weird. Don't know why I filmed that. I was stupid. I was a stupid kid, so who fucking knows. But hope you guys enjoyed the video regardless. And I guess I'll do the outro here. I mean, I'm not doing the outro, but I'll say this here. If you guys do enjoy this video, give it a like and subscribe to join the Almighty Wolf Army, as well as join the Almighty Wolf Army Discord chat, so you can talk to your fellow Wolf members. And yeah, that's all I gotta say for now. See you guys soon. Enjoy the video. Goodbye, everyone.
Yeah, I'm making a movie for the school right now.
What school?
So we live in Belvedere, so.
Yeah, I don't know if you know where that's at. What, you're from here. It's basically. Oh, you do?
Daddy, we got a problem. Come here.
Oh, okay.
Honey, can I borrow you for 2 seconds? We have a
Cool.
problem.
Came a little ways.
Can you borrow it for
Yeah, well, you know, it's something that he's always wanted to see. And I missed one over the summer because I had to work. There's one in October that's phenomenal. Oh, yeah? Out here, or? It's in Minooka. Not sure where that's at. It's a little bit down from here. Oh, okay. But it's a pumpkin farm. Really? The last one I went to see was in Marengo. Marengo's small. Yeah, it was tiny. It's a tiny little battlefield, everything. Hi. He's kind of dressed up a little bit.
Looks like brains.
Sponges.
Oh, it looks like a brain.
All the tools. Herbs.
Hi guys.
How you doing?
Good.
Good.
If I can answer any questions, I'll be happy to. If I can't answer, I'm glad to lie.
You got any questions for the man
Nah.
about working on those poor
You
soldiers?
have no questions?
Not that I know of.
Alright, tell me how you do it. God, amazing. You know, I have a million questions. I never stop having questions. When I meet somebody who has no questions, I want to find out how he did it. See, that's my question now to you. How do you do it?
You can ask him about the tools,
Oh yeah, there's a million things.
what kind of medicines they use.
A million things you can ask about. Unless you know everything, and then of course you don't need to ask any questions.
You can ask him questions like how many patients on an average day in battle that they would have to treat. I mean, there's like you said, a million questions.
And you don't have any.
So ask him a question.
So think of a question to ask.
Think of a good one. Remember, you're taping this for the school, so it's supposed to be something for
you're
learning.
Taping? You're taping now?
Yeah.
Okay. For your audience.
Okay.
Bring it close for your audience. The man who's operating the camera at the time is one of the most amazing creatures I have ever seen in my life. He actually knows everything. He told me he knows everything because he has no questions. Every time you ask a question, it leads to an answer, which leads to another question. And then you can ask the question, which is more important, the answer or the question? What do you think? Which is more important, the answer or the question?
Starts with a Q.
Question.
That question is more important than the answer. That's right.
And there's like
See, the most intelligent man in the world, I hope you're recording this, the most intelligent man in the world is the man who knows what he doesn't know. Because if you know what you know, if you know what you don't know, you can ask a question. But if you don't know what you don't know, then you're going to stay stupid. Right?
correct.
This is the philosophy of a gentleman by the name of Samuel Clemens, who goes by Mark Twain.
Yes,
This is gonna be on TV.
who wrote Huck Finn and
Yeah, he wrote
Tom
lots of-
Sawyer. Some
he
great.
wrote he
Now
wrote
this is gonna be
lots of
funny as soon as my teacher sees this part.
Well, if you can't get any questions, I'll ask you something.
All right.
What's the usual medicines that they use during the
Well,
war?
that's a very generic question. It depends on what your problem is.
Okay, for instance, let's say the gentleman got a bullet wound in the shoulder.
All right, and he's suffering pain,
He's suffering pain.
and we have taken the bullet out. We would take the bullet out,
Mm-hmm.
and then we would give him this, which is it's called calomel, made from mercury.
You ready?
Okay.
Actual
Huh?
And that's for relieving of pain, or is
Well,
that?
that's for whatever ails you,
Okay.
diarrhea, whatever. I mean, I've seen it.
Dad, this is gonna be funny. That one is so.
But for pain, it's this. This one is the miracle drug of the ages, and every household would have some of this. You run out of it, and you could go down to the store and get some more.
You see that? Because I don't know anything that I need to ask yet.
Oh, okay.
That's
If
why.
you have a baby at home and the baby is colicky and is crying and keeping the whole family awake, you just take some of this miracle drug and you dip a handkerchief into it, let the baby chew on it, everybody will get some sleep. It's called laudanum. Laudanum. And it is made by, it is a tincture of opium. Opium and alcohol. Very good for pain. Very good. If you saw the movie The Shootist, John Wayne, he was drinking laudanum all through it. And he's dying of cancer. And his girlfriend, I don't remember who it was, she says, you know that stuff's addictive? Here he is dying. It takes care of pain, sure does. Sure does. It wasn't illegal until the pure food and drug laws in the 20th century.
Yeah. Well, it's the same with like mercury. I remember talking with a gentleman that was at a different Civil War reenactment. He was saying, they didn't know the dangers of mercury.
No.
And it was almost like something that was like nearly magical.
That's right. That's right. It's called Calomel or Lumas. We knew he gave you too much when your teeth fell off.
Yeesh.
Dad, this is gonna be funny though, showing this part.
Actually, it's very educational.
Yeah, but it's gonna be funny.
You see, if you can learn something and laugh at the same time, you will remember it. If I were to give you a lecture on you'd go to sleep.
And he could probably go on and on and on for hours.
On. If you have questions, but you gotta have the question first.
If you want, we can walk around. Maybe you'll think of some things to ask him, and then when we come back, you can ask the questions. And we can continue with the video on that.
I know one question.
Okay.
Do you use all this stuff on one wound, or you just use some things?
We use all the tools on one wound. Excellent questions. See? I applaud you. You got a question. I knew you'd have one if you thought. The answer to that question is no. We use the tool.
Can you show the tools?
We use the tool for the problem that we have. If you have a problem with your ear, we'd use smaller tools. If you have a problem with a foot, maybe, then we'd use a larger tool.
Show him again if you want.
The only thing it's going to get is that tooth.
See, because I noticed he's got needles, probably to suture or stitch him up.
So you're up.
I'm sure he has certain tools that he removes a bullet from.
Yeah. We do. Most of these tools here are dental tools.
Oh, okay. Those are for the teeth.
These right here.
We don't do them very often.
Dental tools.
We will probably do one.
So if somebody's got a nasty toothache, you can extract and take care of that.
Pull that tooth out. We might break it, but we got other tools to pull out the chips.
Looks like he's already removed some bullets.
Where? Oh yeah. This is this is what the bullet looks like when we put it in the rifle. This is when the bullet looks like when we take it out of you.
Ouch. Them were some big bullets too.
What is that?
What is what? You have to ask him. I
What is
don't know.
that?
Are you recording?
Yeah.
These?
Yeah,
Those are called sounders. And you're recording, eh? Well, you know what a kidney stone is? A urethral stone. A calcification inside the urinary tract. Okay? There's no way you can get that out, and we can't surgically remove it because you'll die of complications. So we have to find some way for you to pass that stone. So I dilate your urethra. Now you can look that word up, urethra. You start off with a small tube, or not, it's not a tube, it's, and open the urethra just a little bit. Stretch it. Take it out, and then move to a slightly bigger size. Stretch it a little more. Then continue moving up until eventually we get to a size where...
Oh, now I just noticed that it's getting bigger.
Yes, it's getting bigger, and so then when we get to the size that will allow you to pass the stone, then the stone will leave your body. They're called sounders.
I didn't
Not
even
a pleasant.
Not a pleasant task
No.
to do or to have done on you.
Yes. Or receive.
That's what that is.
That was funny.
See? Great question. Great question. I knew you had lots of questions.
Yeah, look at the fake feet and all that.
Well, that's what they would do if somebody had a bad wound.
In their bone. If they got shot in the bone.
What's that?
If somebody got shot in the bone, it would have to be amputated. Hi.
The bone was shattered, yes.
Yeah. Okay, we can look around some more.
That was 11 minutes in just one place.
Thank you for the educational.
Yes, you're welcome. If you think any more questions, you come back, okay?
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
You bet.
There's the stretcher they would bring a wounded soldier on.
It's so bright I
Look at
can't.
the campfire. Got the camp set up. There's the cannon. Camp set up.
Is that cool, Dad?
Mm-hmm. Major Gerald Gerard, 1st Mississippi.
No organization, but there's other companies. There's other companies out there.
Okay. You shut it down.
We didn't walk through the thing because they were blowing trumpets and banging drums, so we were flying over there to see them all get together.
We were exercising people about the performing arts on our religious bus. We haven't played
Where they
out
were
yet.
having church then,
Yeah.
How loud was that?
It was down by the
It was loud.
auditorium.
Right in the
It
way.
was down by the...
Huh?
Probably do his
That guy's gonna
Yeah.
get right in the way.
by the auditorium.
Yeah, exactly. So that you want to carry them around with you.
We didn't have any somebody to pay. We just followed them. We went through Lockport, sold around in the car.
We noticed you downtown.
There was nobody around. I said, "Did she saw the sign?"
Guy's in the way, man.
If you want, you can go down there.
And then we finally came up the drive and saw cars parked. I said, "Oh, we're okay." And then we saw the kids.
Exactly. We were probably from different places, a lot of different parts of the area.
Dang, I can't believe I missed that on video. I can't believe I missed that on video.
Oh, you won't miss the battlefield, though. When the battle starts.
The killer.
Here come the cavalry.
Video?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw,
You ever been to
I saw an ad for it. No.
He's been doing that for years, and then he switched over to Civil War.
This is big. This is bigger than when we go to the neighborhood.
From the horses.
Here comes the cavalry.
Yeah.
This place here. They did it here.
They did World War II here?
Yeah. It was in some. It might have been.
All right, hold your ears.
Oh, we're gonna get ready to fire over there.
They didn't fire though, they're just aiming.
Aiming.
Getting ready for the battle. And practicing.
Oh, here comes the horses.
Guy and gal. Oh, isn't he pretty?
Awesome.
I hope they fire the cannon again.
I
That'd
don't
be
know if
cool.
they will with the horses there now. I don't know how they're gonna do it. Because the horses are very used to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you guys
Oh,
pay anybody?
they can't.
Did you guys pay anybody?
You don't pay your everything's free.
Suggested
Suggested
donations. So what do you give it?
Oh, if I saw a donation back, they put them in. I didn't
There
see
was, right in front of the cannon.
it. All right, well, we can do it on the radio.
But the carriage line,
We don't have any of those.
No, they don't.
anyway,
They didn't keep it.
that's what I thought. And I thought,
Right, right. We got here so early.
We drove through town and there
Now watch, as soon as I stop, it's gonna shoot. They're gonna shoot the cannon again.
and they had two little canopies set up on the side.
Because I have to stop, otherwise I'm gonna lose.
And then we went
Now watch, as soon as I stop, it's gonna shoot the cannon.
Well, they're not parking here.
So we can keep
Will they have
going.
shuttle buses? Will they have like $5 ride?
Confederate flag.
Well, it's true that most of them are good
They come down there too. Union soldiers.
They're a little older than taking
This is cool.
So blurry because it's so far away.
You can get up and walk over there too if you want.
They would like
They actually made it widescreen and full screen at once. It's gonna look weird.
It's okay.
They have more of the north than the south.
I know. Of course, South is. Their armies are hardly any at all.
I'm afraid that the north is gonna win. Right?
If they got more soldiers hiding somewhere.
There we go. That way we can see. There's the north. That's the south.
You're pretending like you didn't know. Yeah, right. Yeah.
This is the part where I want you to write Civil War on the beginning. This is the beginning.
You guys parked over there?
We parked where you first came in. We turned to the right. They tried to put me on the hill. I said, this car ain't going up the hill. So he gave me a special.
She's in the pavilion. Well, we're sitting around my house, you know, early bird.
We talked to some people in the camping. Did you stop in the camping?
No, they were just
Getting
together over there with the Union guys. Did you follow the
And the Confederates. Confederates just came. We were here before they were. They just came in.
We read the
here.
newspaper.
Now, if we move down a little bit, that guy's telling you. Oh, we came to talk.
followed him over here?
There we go.
Anything about this book.
You guys coming? Anybody else coming?
When I talk to Richard, I didn't get home till later.
Videotape this portion.
And I didn't bring my camera, which
I had him out for the house.
You've been tree treating. Comes into that year.
We didn't walk through the thing because they were blowing trumpets and hanging drums, so we were flying over there to see them all get together.
We're advertising people about the performing arts center when Olympics was. People had to. We haven't played
where they
out
were
yet.
having church.
Yeah.
How loud was that?
It was down by the
It was loud.
auditorium.
Right in the way.
It was down by the...
Huh?
Probably do it
That guy's gonna get right in the way.
By the auditorium.
Yeah, exactly. So that I carry him around with me. Grab that.
We didn't see anybody to pay. We just followed them.
There's down by
We went
some...
through Lockport, sold around in the car.
We noticed you downtown.
There was nobody around. I said, then she saw the sign.
Guy's in the way, man.
If you want, you can go down there.
Then we finally came up the drive and saw cars parked. Oh, we're okay. And then we saw tents.
Exactly what we
You're probably going to get this place. There's a lot of different parts of the area.
Dang, I can't believe I missed that on video. I can't believe I missed that on video.
Oh, you won't miss the battlefield, though. When the battle starts.
The killer.
Here come the cavalry.
Video?
Yeah.
World War II.
Yeah, I
Have you ever been to
saw an ad for it. No.
Never heard of any.
She's been doing that for years, and they switched over to Civil War.
This is big. This is bigger than the one we go to the neighborhood.
And the horses.
Here comes the cavalry.
Yeah.
This place here. They did it here.
They did World War II here?
Yeah. It was in something. Might have been here.
All right, hold your ears.
Oh, we're gonna get ready to fire over there.
They didn't fire them, they're just aiming. Getting ready for the battle. They're practicing.
Oh, here comes the horses.
Guy and gal. Oh, is he pretty?
Awesome.
I hope they fire the cannon again.
I don't know if they will with the horses there now. I don't know how they're going to do it. Because the horses are very used to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you guys pay anybody?
They can't see.
You guys pay anybody?
You don't pay your everything's free.
Yeah. Suggested donations. So what do you give it?
Oh, if I saw a donation back, they put some in.
There was, right in front of the cannon.
All right, well, we can do it on the ring.
But the carriage was...
We don't have any of those.
No, they don't. They didn't keep it.
That's what I thought.
Right. We got here so early.
We drove through town.
I know, we saw two horses.
Yeah, we're going to do lunch. We get this.
Come on, Phoenix, forward. No, I didn't say it was backward. I said forward. Come on. Phoenix. He's being stubborn. I don't want to spur you. We'll make some more smoke, kids. Look up, I see a big flame. See these things on my shoe? Those rolls on there, this thing? They don't make on the side, makes them go. How do you make them stop? Pull back on this for your reins. That bit is their, this is their brakes, right there. And this chain is their brakes. See? Back, 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 that's reverse. Backward, back.
I don't think they're having metal to left behind.
Back. No. Back.
Out, back and forth.
Huh?
And even the guy that sold it.
Can I make one side?
Leading.
Yeah, like this.
Not sure what they're doing.
Like this.
These guys aren't arguing.
Oh, they're
Oh man, how funny is this dad? He's like telling the horse to come on, listen to me.
Figure eights, kids. You see that?
We plowing month after month.
This is to keep the saddle from slipping. It's called the breast collar. It's called the keep the saddle from slipping backwards.
A million miles away.
I took the oath of allegiance to the Union, but I voted for Douglas. I tell him that too. I didn't vote for him. I consider him a warmonger.
Interesting.
What are they doing now?
CNN used to have the Lincoln-Douglas debates on. That was really neat. But compared to the infantry, I'm extremely well armed. 3 revolvers. This is an original Civil War saber, and my Spencers. I'm very well armed.
What's the range on your rifles and your handguns?
That I don't know. Of course, because this is a carbine, which is it's a shorter range than a rifle, but they are rifles. This is a 50 caliber. 7 shells for the butt. So repeat it.
The revolver was Captain Ball. The telecartridge didn't come out yet. This carbine was Metallica. The Civil War, they had all kinds of crazy calibers. The Army didn't standardize calibrization until 1874. You can hear one.
Stop for a second. We're getting competing. We're trying to talk and be talking. Guys, here.
It's good.
Over the other.
It's okay.
It's okay for both?
Yeah.
All right, then we'll continue both.
Hey, how do you reload when you're on a horseback? Well, that's got to be it. It's called the Bracelet Quick Loader. Came out in December of '64. It's got tubes in it. This tube fed, gravity fed this. Goes right in. Or I can take them out of my box and put them in that way too.
No, I'm just going to kind of hold on to it.
348 Winchesters cut down every size. Oh, they use those, huh?
Yeah, I'm trying to have a
Not 348 Winchester, but I'm using for blanks. 95,000 of these were bought by the federal government.
It was a dang bee army.
Oh, that's a sweat
Confederacy
bee.
could not manufacture the blanks.
Sweat bee can't hurt
I mean,
you.
the bullets, rather.
I don't care. They
They didn't have the technology to make the.
What's a sweat
like
bee?
a 22,
They lick
but
you.
multiply that to a 52 caliber.
Why?
Wow. Yeah.
They look sweat.
So what did they do?
Oh,
Well, the Confederacy, when they captured some of the ammunition,
Kinda
it's fine,
creepy.
but the ammunition ran out in the storage.
ugh.
By the end of the war, a lot of the Federal cavalry were. A lot of the Confederate cavalry, by the end of the war, didn't even carry sabers. They preferred to use the pistols or sawed-off shotguns. It was Wright giving the talk last night. There was very few saber wounds treated with saber combat. But the psychological effect of someone going at you at 45 miles an hour like that. Right. Yeah. Interesting. You can imagine with the ground sound in a battle, there's gunfire, cannon fire, flags and stuff moving by. It's a lot of work that Jim has put, all these guys have put into their horses.
Did they get him by himself?
And we both have blue coats. We both have gray coats. So
What do you think so
we're
far?
here because we love to reenact. So we took in a battle. There's gunfire, cannon fire, flags and stuff moving by. It's a lot of work that Jim has put, all these guys have put into their horses.
Did they get him by himself?
And we both have blue coats. We both have gray coats. So
What do you think so
we're
far?
here because we love to reenact. So we took gray.
The cannon was real exciting, huh? Oh, yeah, but I got not just the sound, Jim, the smell, that sulfur. Right.
If you guys stay for the battle, you will be amazed at the amount of smoke that will cover this field. And like it's getting them used to the smells. Like when we'll fire, we're teaching them to get used to the gunfire. We'll let them smell the guns, we'll let them smell the gunpowder, the leather. It's all stuff that they have to get used to.
Their ears are more sensitive than ours is. Their skin is 7 times more sensitive than ours is. And they got big ears too. Don't you?
And that's what the cavalry did. We were out in front of the infantry, maybe 5, 10, 15 miles. The Battle of Gettysburg, the 8th Illinois, this group here, fired the first shot at the Battle of Gettysburg. General John Buford saw the ground, he saw the Confederate Army coming in. We need to hold the high ground, and they held it. And the Battle of Gettysburg started July 1st, about daybreak. And they were relieved about 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning. If they had not been there, the Confederates would have had that ground. And they held the war. They held the battlefield for them, and the Confederates never fully recovered. The Confederates won the first day. It was close on the second day. That's why Lee thought he could do it on the third day, and he just couldn't.
Well, yeah, he sends Stewart around the Union to try to attack him from the rear, and the Custer's Michigan Brigade brought up with him. Right.
87 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation, or any nation so conceived and so dedicated, can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here, have consecrated it, far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note, nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living, rather, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion. That we here highly resolve these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth.
Time where the adjutant action is the time. What you're going to be seeing here is extremely unusual. We usually do battalion dress parade of just infantry. This is a brigade because we have horse-mounted and representative of the artillery. That makes it a brigade dress parade. Notice that they're filing in, facing one direction, turning around and coming in another, doing on the right side file in the line, on the battalion front. Maneuver that's extremely difficult to do, takes a lot of practice. Most reenacting units can't do it. We also are very fortunate in having some very good musicians. Musicians play a big part in the dress parade. Dress parade, when you were in camp, typically done morning and evening. You have your infantry on your left, let's bring along the front. The gentlemen with the red piping on their uniforms are artillery. The gentlemen with the yellow on the ground are dismounted cav. And obviously the guys on horseback are cav. So we have all three branches of the military being represented here. We also have our reps coming out.
The rebs are short on men. Yep. I'm gonna videotape when they start battling now.
Hey, go get Look at crazy. Oh, yeah. Is that him? Yeah. I saw the
Parade looks like it's finished. We'll probably march back to whatever positions for the parade. I'm going to be making some general history stuff and give you some information about what possibly might be going on in here. Can everybody hear me now? I'm going to talk a little louder. I'm just trying to be a little solemn for the ceremony solemn. Incidentally, what you got the battalion is they're what they call their fours. They have their marching formation when they're marching in column.
Oh,
They're
God.
approximately the size of a wagon cab. But that's, in America at that time, that's pretty much
Well,
how
stay right
wide
there, I'm
the
coming.
car was equal to a wagon, pretty much equal to what these fours.
I went by Joey and he's in the corner. One.
For safety purposes, I must insist that all spectators stay behind the yellow tape. We cannot have spectators going on the field. I'll explain a little bit more why. This is a hobby that can be potentially very dangerous if you don't follow certain safety guidelines. For spectators to be safe, you need to be behind the yellow line. Also, for courtesy purposes, those of you in the front of the stands, you can stay seated so that the people in back, don't have their views obstructed.
Actually, where are you going? What?
Men of wounds caused during battle. The number one killer, as in most ancient wars, was diarrhea. They couldn't stop it. Men had poor water, they had poor food. You can remember something, and the children here may not be aware of it. In the 1860s, we had no electricity. There was no iPods. There was no television. There was no cell phones. There was no electric lights. There was no refrigeration. Plastic hadn't been invented. So the only way you could preserve food was pretty much by smoking and salting. As a result, the most common kinds of food that men would eat would be their water, and a lot of them, especially the northern soldiers, boiled coffee. They had plenty of coffee. The southern didn't. They had all sorts of homebrew recipes, acorns possibly, or something else trying to make coffee. The advantage, of course, with today's coffee is you boiled it. You made the water safe to drink. They didn't know about germs. So they would drink the water, because if you're marching, you're thirsty. A lot of the water is impure. The most common things that they would eat were things like salt pork. Salt is so heavy that most Americans today cannot even stand it. You have to be soaked in salt for hours before you can eat it. Hardtack was the most common thing, which is basically flour and water baked that could last years if you keep it dry. And beef.
When are they gonna fire?
I don't know, we got to watch.
The northern also had beef. When their armies were on the march, they had thousands and thousands of cattle. Eating them in fresh meat. But again, things spoil. If you're hungry, you eat what you have. As a result, you get diseases. My understanding is Europe was doing differences. Again, I'm not fully educated.
Nah, I did it and they're not even going. Another video wasted.
Okay.
Huh?
I said it's okay.
Once they shot that horse,
I'll let you know this time. I think you grabbed a hold of that string and you get to pull it.
Infantry or dismounted can't protect them. There hanging in the air. This is something that's usually very, very tempting
The war
for the opposing force. There is two pieces here, one smaller, easily maneuverable, and one larger piece. We can see that the Union commander is sending out his dismounted cavalry.
Cannons are loud as heck.
Usually in the skirmish line, you'll have a 5 to 15 yards between each other. You're sort of feeling out the enemy. You'll also notice they're hand rolling one of their artillery pieces. It's probably a smaller one. During battle, smaller ones would have been moved by hand. Generally speaking, your larger ones would have to be moved by horse.
It's hard to cover your ears when you got camera.
Representing,
Bringing out more cannons. Oh, wagon. Ooh, they got a big cannon. Get ready. Look at them out there, they're firing.
Are they gonna get killed?
Now he's gonna be loud.
Oh, it's a real cannon.
Smell all that gunpowder and sulfur.
This isn't the team that we're cheering for. We're cheering for the team all the way over there.
Oh man, that cannon's
These
gonna be loud.
guys aren't.
One of the things you need to remember, they did not have the ability to scout when we have the ability to scout things now. Neither of these commanders had any idea the size of the opposing troops, what kind of weapons they had, what artillery pieces, and they were feeling each other out. One may be trying to sucker the other one into committing forces too soon or wrong time.
Ready, here it comes.
Whoa.
Artillery piece hanging out there by itself.
They're firing a cannon down there too.
Oh, yeah.
Ready.
Whoa.
They're firing their cannon over there too.
You can tell, but the bigger booms, you got more gunpowder. So the Union obviously has a big gun back there too, so this is just one against.
Whoa. Wow.
Incidentally, in reenacting, in real life they would be loading and firing these cannons as fast as they can. For safety purposes, they generally have a time limit that they use. The reason for that is because you can have burning efforts.
Their gun was really loud.
Get ready to fire that one. Here goes.
See how loud that one is.
You'll also notice that they put different
You want it?
Are they talking?
for lack of a better word, sticks down there.
No.
One's got the first one they use
Yeah.
is a sponge to try to get the embers out. There's also another one that's got a hook on it that you're using to pull out anything left in that barrel.
I knew it! Wild dog! Oh, I love that one. I like the big scary
The Union Army, you'll notice, coming out, you guys in the United States, you can actually maneuver by the views, and all of our branches have learned that. How does say the dismounted cavalry know which bugle call is there? Which color phrases? There's a couple of notes that the commander is listening for that basically tell them after this is your command. He goes right,
I'd take down there too.
Is that one of the soldiers?
Probably trying to figure out how to commit. That he's still very, very serious what's going on with that one isolated case. He's just a few dismounted. As I said, they could be a sucker.
Oh, there they go. They do battle out there with their rifles.
One guy on a horse.
What's wrong?
Looks like what they're going to do is what's called a flanking maneuver. What you're trying to do is get on the flank and turn the flank. The Napoleonic tactic, there's three things you try to do. You try to turn your enemy's left flank, right flank, or break through the middle. Breaking through the middle is generally considered the most difficult, was to take off the strike early. Since the Pickett's charge is probably the best. We tried to take it to the Union that we thought that the completed the both flanks and the left. We started with an artillery barrage that lasted an hour. Notice the smoke, we didn't have the trees to be hanging there. We had 100 cannon going off, even with the breeze. These guys are firing 2 to 3 times in a couple minutes. The smoke would be hanging here. The smoke would be so thick you wouldn't see.
How big is this battle?
Cool. The artillery was firing for an hour. They assumed that they probably had totally wiped out whatever infantry was sitting here.
Shoot their armor too.
No one's down yet.
Yeah, hitting nobody. Just started. Because of the smoke.
This battery's getting lower now.
Yeah, well, if you have to shut it down for a few, and you can start up again when they do the infantry.
What's that mean?
Like all the infantry down in the middle trying to shoot at each other. Well, they're doing now, but even more.
When you're in skirmish, you're like healing.
Ow.
When the men are in range,
that killed my ears.
The object is to keep the fire.
Part 2. Woo! Look at all the smoke. Oh man.
That's about it.
We obviously made a move to the artillery piece because most of the artillery guys are down. The boss didn't have no cover, so it should be a relatively easy thing.
Who's winning so far, do you think?
Confederates. They lost their whole artillery down there.
The northern side, the most common reason is because they captured someone's flag. Last time you just picked it up.
Are those the soldiers? They're gonna try to kill the Americans.
Oh man, I like to use the cannon against them.
Huh?
We could use the cannon against them.
That guy is still moving. Look at me.
Pretty much retreated behind their artillery. In this case, we'll be trying to take out that Union artillery piece so that they could control the field. At the time of the Civil War, the victor was usually considered to be the side that held the fields. In some cases that was accurate, some cases it wasn't. For instance, at Stones River, the battle ended and both sides pretty much stayed at the same place for a week or so. It was pretty much a stalemate, but eventually the Southern soldiers left, so generally speaking, at Murfreesboro or Stones River, the Unions get the victory.
Holy cow.
On the other hand, at France,
that means they have to just sit there.
Like 3 actually.
Hundreds of men, officers left. The Union was retreating to the Nashville, but they got up and left. Could claim the victory, even though they had no army left. We've now got Union infantry coming out. Looks like possibly that the Union commander maybe sent...
I also want a video of
he's not coming out.
the medic scenario. So you can't show the whole battle.
Been closer, or maybe it's just stupid. Instead of stupid at a time that it shoot up.
Good idea, Dad. This way.
You'll see that the bulk of the Union Army is now coming out. We've got the open field. Now the Union felt it would be like they significantly outnumber the rest. The North has some reserves and they're in big trouble. What you see the Union soldiers do is they come out in a column of companies and they have to get the battlefront. So all their drill that they've been doing resulted in them easily under fire going into a battle line where you now have matched troops. The Union commander can split off a wing, try to take them on the flank, try to get around them. You've got the dismounted engaging.
But now there's more, still more Northmen.
This is actually a real gun, Dad. This is actually a real gun, Dad. The people might want to Dad already got down by me.
Ooh, this is awesome.
One of the horses died
Full retreat, it's not a northern retreat, I think it's a...
Yeah, you gotta stay calm.
A couple guys panicking and running away. He's being shamed by his woman. He's going back in. That's the order he fought. You'll notice the Union flag comes out in front when they're advancing and retreats behind the line when they're prepared. The flag was all important. One of the things you'll notice in back in
North is moving up.
that flag is so large, the pole is so short that it actually rests on the ground. They have a lot of veterans who have to be lying and be allowed to do that. We have to
Oh, this is awesome.
about flags were created in World War I. I'll get back to this. You'll notice that the Union Army has been split off. It's called a wing. They've got the Rebel Army flank.
Oh my God!
They have to make a bend.
Look at this guy out there.
Let's see how far this guy can last. That guy running over there.
They're gonna fire the cannon off.
Oh, he's been killed. This guy got shot. Then another guy just died.
All three of his companies and just all at once charged, and this battle will be over, but then you guys will get to see it.
What time is it now? Because I'm going to videotape at least a little bit of it. That way I haven't...
Do you need something in Mexico?
It's 2:44.
It's been 6 minutes already on my camera.
That's alright. This is still low.
Yeah, but what about the medical?
Even if you missed the medical one, we got medical at the beginning of it too, remember?
Very much overmatched by infantry on the far right. In reality, again,
this one's me, a loud one.
Oh man, them poor ropes are getting beat up. They got nobody left hardly.
looks like our Union is going to recapture their cannon. This was actually quite common. When you lose a cannon and then there'd be a counter.
This one's going to look right here.
I caught that. I caught that. I wanted to caught that. Because you can see it slow motion sometimes of the cannon going out. And I wanted to see if you can see it in slow motion. That one's so loud, the middle one. They're falling back.
Shiloh was a very good example where Grant's army was getting decimated. He took massive amounts of artillery pieces and landed up on a ridge, and the Rebel army did not break through the artillery pieces because especially as they get closer. When I talk about canister, the canister literally can wipe out companies very quickly in one blow.
Yo, shoot that little one off there.
Literally, that is what would happen at that range from a cannon using canister. There would not be a man left.
Oh my God, Mimi! What?
Look at all the dead bodies out there.
Yeah, I know.
There's some people trying to move, but
We got his flag back.
A lot of people is dead in the field.
I think the Confederate gonna lose miserably, right?
Well, they lost a lot of armies just when they went those two cannons shooting off.
They fly.
There's 3 more. Mom.
None of the artillery down here have been killed, I don't think.
Yeah, they stuck around to the end there. They flanked them.
Woo!
What? Not me. Get the fucker. Oh my God, 51 is dead.
We got one of the soldiers down there.
Mimi, look at all these people who's dead on me. I know.
Oh, I just caught him shooting.
Can we go in the playground? Hey Mimi, wanna go in the playground after this?
We just got another one.
We are going home after
one of the cannon, maybe all the cannon. Well, they like, they abandoned the cannon like this, but their horses have been shot, so they can't be moved.
Here, I'm gonna go. They said, get the heck out of here. Go, go. They're falling back. Look at all the guys that died. Okay, can you imagine standing there throughout the whole entire... Look at, see, that guy's been standing there. He's good at acting dead.
Well, some of them may not be dead like he's probably wounded. Here they come advancing the Union. Now they're going to take the...
Oops, I've been too high a little bit.
As I said before, aren't those colors beautiful?
And
Like, you know, 9/11 being yesterday.
the North Lawn. I can't really clap because
You don't have to worry about it.
I showed the whole entire battle.
That's awesome.
Because while I hit the part, when I stopped the very first part, it still had just a few minutes right after. So, really didn't miss too much. And now I got 6 plus 12 minutes of it, so that's 18 minutes of the war.
The largest one in Illinois is in Manuka, at Allen's Farm. It's a pumpkin farm.
Is that the end of the reenactment, or does it keep going still? What time is it?
If you enjoy this,
almost
you'll enjoy that one. It's much larger. There's probably about 3 times as many troops, many more mounted, many more artillery.
Goodbye.
I encourage you to...
Well, they're going now.
Yeah, you must go. Well, we didn't get to do the medic theory or whatever it was called. Because they weren't ready for it, so we're done now, right after the war battle, because, well, there's nothing else to do. Although I bought some of this stuff.